I have never met anybody who was satisfied with their life of prayer. And so thanks for having the courage to join us, to be a part of a group, to have a conversation about our prayer lives together. One of the things that I think is critical for this moment is this, and that is that if we approach this as experts, if we show up at our groups to share our wisdom instead of our struggles, we're not going to get very far in the spiritual life. Our groups are going to have to look more like spiritual cohorts of AA than they are the actual showing up of telling everybody how well we do it. I think we're all beginners when it comes to prayer. You know, when the disciples came to Jesus, they didn't say, teach us to preach. They didn't tell us to teach us how to perform certain miracles. But you know what they did say? Lord, teach us to pray. I believe that crying out to God is natural. When you and I are in a crisis, when we're in a moment where we are desperate, Dallas Willard says, I can give you God's address. He's always found at the end of your rope. But learning how to pray, learning how to commune with the Spirit of God and to live in the presence of God, I think like all language acquisition, that's something that we have to learn to do. And so just as a child learns how to read and to write and to learn how to speak, we have to learn how to speak with our gracious and loving Father. And so thank you for joining us for this, the first month, the first installment of being willing to explore, to ask, and to discover about what prayer might be for you and me. There is no way to have a cup that's overflowing without the promise of prayer. And so I hope that you will discover something anew this month, and something that you read, a scripture that you discovered, in order for you to be able to encounter what it means to pray together. I think prayer can arrest our imaginations once again. It's so desperately needed, and it's so amazingly beautiful when God shows up in ways that's beyond our imagination. And so welcome to the invitation to pray.